Hi Gypsies, this is Joy, and I'm going to be doing a pick a card reading today, and I am calling it I Have No Talents Pick a Card. I'm going to look into how you grew up and how you felt at that time, your present situation and how you feel right now, and what your dreams are and what would make you happy. Now, I'm going to be doing a channeled part of the reading on the part of what are your dreams, what would make you happy, and let's see what comes in at that point so I can maybe give you some ideas about what kind of field that you would be good at. We're going to look at, you've got 3 pouches to choose from. This first one is this little boy, Jack go to bed at noon. The next one is the Narcissus fairy. And the last one is the Winter Aconite fairy. Okay, so choose one of those 3 pouches, and I will see you for the reading. Bye. Hi Gypsies, this is Joy. You are group 1, and you chose the Jack go to bed at noon little fairy boy. Isn't he cute? Okay. So we are answering the question or the comment. I have no talents. This is a pick a card, and we're going to do this a little different. I'm going to do the channeling part, answering the question, what are your dreams, what would make you happy, and we'll see what comes in that way. So first of all, let's look and see in our pouch. We've got our tarot cards, and here is the stone. This is D7. That looks like it's an onyx almost. Let's see what we've got here. D7 is a black onyx agate, a powerful protection stone. Let's see, absorbs and transforms negative energy and helps to prevent the drain of personal energy. So actually that might be something that if you're feeling like your energy is being drained, maybe you're around somebody that you feel like you feel terrible after you are no longer around them, and they might be sapping your energy. Sometimes these people are totally unaware that they're doing it. They're very negative people. You tell them about the wonderful day that you've had, and then they find something in it that's bad. And so you just feel bad every time you talk to them. Okay, so that's what negative people do. Anyway, so that's the black stone, and that might be something that you'd want to get for yourself, a black stone to meditate with, and have it in your left hand, or you can certainly have jewelry made out of this as well. It's a beautiful stone. I love that. All right, so what we're first going to look at is how you grew up, okay? This is the overreaching card, obstacles and challenges. Okay. All right, now this is what your feeling was at that time. Upside down, King of Swords. Okay, now this next card is going to represent your deep feelings, maybe feelings that are so hidden you didn't even know they were there, okay? Hence the black. I thought that would be good. All right, 4 of Cups. Okay, so what I'm seeing very, very clearly is you had no voice, okay? It feels like your parents had really, really high goals for you, really high, and so many times you felt like you were like really, really high up, you couldn't do it, and it was really tough too because it wasn't stuff that your parents wanted you to do, things that weren't necessarily what you cared about. For instance, maybe they wanted you to be a doctor. Well, that really wasn't something that you cared about too much. You had the smarts, you could do it, but it didn't really, that was neither here nor there. You didn't really care. And frankly, it feels like at that time it didn't even occur to you to voice what you wanted to go into, because it feels like you did it one time and you were ridiculed for it. Okay, like they were sort of like, what, you want to go into political history? No, I don't think so. There's no money in that. So, okay, so it feels like, in this case, this Four of Cups, you had people whispering in your ear, and maybe even, yeah, okay, you know what this is? Okay. These are different parts of you trying to get your attention, and you're not really paying attention. Do you see how this hair is over your ears? It's like they're trying to let you know what you want. And it's sort of like you feel like you're not going to get it anyway, or it's going to be impossible to do anyway, so why even pay attention? It doesn't matter. You learned a long time ago to not trust what it was that you wanted, because there was that unspoken thing from your parents and from the people around you that what you wanted wasn't important, or it wasn't worthwhile. And there was also the unspoken thing of your parents knew more about what you wanted than you did, or your parents were smarter about it than you. So you learn to distrust yourself as well. See, that's that part of your childhood that you might not have even been aware of. When you start thinking about this stuff, you're like, oh, I can't trust myself because my choices are obviously not smart ones. It also has taught you that money is more important than being happy. All those little different things that maybe you weren't aware of, okay? That we're trying to let you know, hey, no, you really want to do this. Even though you're not going to make much money, you're going to be very happy. Okay, now we're going to go into your present situation right now. And this is the overreaching card. Hope. Oh, and see, do you see how it's behind your back? Like you're not even willing to look at the hope. It's not in front of you that you're looking at it. It's behind you because you're sort of embarrassed about what you want, so you don't even want to look at it, but you're just like, oh, I hope so. But it's behind you. You can't even look at it. You're so embarrassed and humiliated, but you really want it. You really do want it. Okay. 3 of Wands. Okay. What I'm getting at with this is you're holding your wand. 2 of those wands were from your parents. You've left them behind. You're like, okay, I already went that way and I didn't like it. So you're ready. You are looking at the horizon. You're like, okay, let's do this. All right. Knight of Cups. Upside down. You thought this day would never come. You thought that your happiness was not important, least of all for yourself. You figured being happy and making enough money were things that were not possible to do at the same time. I'll tell you something to think about. You can make a ton of money in a profession. For instance, let's just say being a lawyer, make a ton of money, okay? If you're unhappy in a job, you may have a tendency to overspend because you feel so bad inside because you're doing something you don't really like. So you may just want to just buy every single thing that you can think of to make yourself feel better, okay? But if you're in a job that you like, you may be so happy with that job that you don't have to self-medicate by buying all kinds of things, okay? And so it may turn out that it's an even kind of thing where on the one hand you're spending a ton of money but you're making a lot of money but you still go heavily in debt, and over here you don't make very much money but you're not spending very much either because you're just so happy, you're fulfilled. Something to think about, okay? Something to think about. So, this is particularly, this just really gets me right here, because you just, I can feel your upset, and you've been, I'll tell you, you've been following for so long what other people wanted for you on a path that you haven't yet sat down and said, what do I want? That's why you don't think you have any talents. That's why, because you've never examined them. You've never thought they were worthwhile. Maybe you mentioned to somebody how you really wanted to do something and they laughed at you. And so, or they told you you weren't good at it. You would never be good at it. And this is something to think about too. Everybody starts at the beginning, okay? And there are a few lucky people that are born into this world and they automatically, start doing something and they're really good at it, right? Well, for the majority of us, that's not true. You start at the beginning and you're not very good, but it doesn't matter because you enjoy it so much and you get better and better and better, and then you become an expert at it. So, so my question to you is, what is it that makes you happy? What are your dreams? What did you dream about when you were growing up that you stuffed because you felt like they weren't worthwhile dreams? What are those? Now, let's look. Let me think. Let's go ahead and do the channeling first, and then I'm going to look at some more cards, okay? And we're going to be talking about what are your dreams, what would make you happy. So let's start. Well, what came through to me was that first card. When you were growing up, you had no voice. You felt like you couldn't say your truth. Speaking is very important to you, and getting across your thoughts, helping people, and I'm feeling like kids, I'm feeling like teaching, not necessarily political history, but it feels like you want to help children that maybe are in tough situations, that that maybe didn't have their voices heard as well. So you want to help them because of what you went through, which I think is beautiful. Let's look at these cards here. Queen of Cups. There's a Queen of Cups. Upside down. The Death card. And this is upside down. And the High Priestess. This is right side up. You've got two major arcana cards. Do you see that? So that's strong. That is a strong reading. All right. So we're looking at what are your dreams? What would make you happy? Yes, you do feel like you want to transform other people's lives. You're looking at people that have had downtrodden, tough lives, and you want to help them. Now, you might want to help children in inner city school. You might want to teach some kind of a language course to people that are just coming over to the United States. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you can do. You want to provide the happiness to them that they're not experiencing right now, and that's very interesting to you because you feel like it will make you happy, and it will. It will. Justice. Eight of Pentacles, and this is upside down. And Nine of Wands, and this is upside down. Okay, so you want to help people find justice. Apparently you've really been paying attention to people that maybe were not as monetarily fortunate as you were. You've been paying attention, and you want to show people how to make money, how to provide for themselves. Yeah, I'm feeling like you want to show that. Maybe this could be if you're good with working with tools, working with your hands. You want to show people how to make money. You want them to lead a better life, and to make sure that they're not being treated unfairly. You want to. Yeah, this feels like people that are coming over to the United States. This feels like you want to help people that are coming over as immigrants. That's what you want to do. That's wonderful. You want to transform their lives. I think that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And as I say, you don't necessarily have to know how to do that at this point. Just start looking for people that can maybe help you go into this field or go into what you want to do. There's got to be organizations that you can look at that will be glad for your help. And as you work with them, you will develop a talent for knowing how to help these people. So I think that needs to be said. You're not necessarily born with all these talents to know what you're going to do with your life. It's the desire. And if you've got a desire for this, you don't necessarily have to know how to do it at this point. You just keep pointing yourself in that direction and asking, okay, I'm looking for information about how to help these people, and eventually you will get hooked up with the people that will put you together with organizations that will fulfill what you want. Okay? And I think this is very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Good for you. All right, group 1. I will see you for the next reading. Bye. Hi, Gypsies. This is Joy. You are group 2. You chose the Narcissus fairy pouch. Isn't she gorgeous? And we are answering the question, or we're talking about the question, I have no talents, pick a card. And we're looking at how you grew up, how you felt, and what you feel like right now, what your hopes and dreams are, and what will make you happy. At that point, I'm going to be doing a channeling to see if maybe I can pick up what you would actually be good at. So let's first look in our pouch. And that's a pretty stone. This is a 5. That looks like labradorite. Look at that. That's a nice stone. I like that. Okay, what was that again? That was A5. This is a... Oh, it's a moss agate. Encourages tranquility and emotional balance. Protection stone for those who are who experience strong, aggressive, or overly nurturing emotions. Wow, that is really pretty. It's like a blue-green stone, and it is similar to that labradorite. All right, so let's look at how you grew up. This is the overreaching card. Triumphant success. That would be nice, but it's upside down. The Death card. That's how you felt, and this is what you've really felt deep down inside. The Six of Pentacles. Okay, I'm feeling like you felt like one of the students that was sort of in the back. Nobody, you felt pretty unremarkable. Like, I keep feeling like not being chosen for a team. You certainly didn't feel like your childhood was a triumphant success. And yeah, and I'm feeling that you didn't get out what you wanted. You sort of felt buried. Do you see how only the hands are sticking out? It's like the rest of you is gone. And things would have changed, you feel like, if you could have spoken what you wanted to speak. Do you see how this is changing with this sword of truth, of talking? But it didn't happen. Otherwise, the sky would have changed to this beautiful color and all of this would have gone away, but this did not happen. You tried a transformation. You tried it. It was not a success. It feels like you wanted to ask a parent or somebody for money to help you with what you wanted to do with a project, but it didn't work out. Something happened where it did not work out. This sword of truth was upside down. So I'm feeling like you grew up in sort of poor circumstances. You needed money for this to happen. And it felt like the king or the person in charge had the money but couldn't give it to you, or kept the money and you have empty hands. He's showing you it, but he's not giving it to you. Okay. Now we're going to look at now. Positive movement forward. That's nice. The Hangman. Now this is upside down. And Ace of Cups. So you want to move forward, okay? And hence this reading. You're taking the first step of moving forward and trying to find your heart's desire, okay? It's this big blue ocean. You don't yet see on the horizon anything to go towards. You don't know what to go towards. It's like, it feels like it's a big empty field of possibilities, okay? So, but you can taste it. You can taste the happiness. And it's interesting. Water, right? Water here and water there. So you know the happiness is out there. You know it's out there. You just don't know what to grab. You're not sure. And you're saying, okay, I'll change my mind, or I'm trying to change my way of thinking so I can get this happiness, so I can find where it is, because I don't know where it is right now. So that's where you are right now. You're sort of, I'm feeling the desperation, because you're just not real thrilled with your life right now. Let's do a little channeling, okay? Well, isn't that interesting? I kept seeing this old gentleman who's probably in his 70s, and he had these little round glasses. And I was talking to him, and he just was backing away. And I got the distinct impression that this man had all these things he wanted to do with his life, and a lot of it had to do with travel and other cultures, and he didn't do them. He didn't do them. So am I sensing a little bit of fear here? This is, okay, I'm hearing this is a vast blue ocean, but you're going to find you're happy. Yeah, that's what this is. This is something to do with studying other cultures. I'm feeling like lecturing. Is this teaching? Something to do with teaching, with learning new things, a thirst for knowledge, helping people better themselves. See, I'm getting this helping. Well, that makes you happy to help people, to improve people's lives. That is ultimately going to be what is going to make you happy, is helping other people become happy, giving them different circumstances, becoming a benefactor and giving them money if they need it. Yeah, I'm seeing this is literally travel. This is literally travel. It's not just sort of saying, oh, the decision, the answer to you is out there somewhere. Well, it literally is. This is across the ocean. Finding a spouse too. Finding a spouse. And you've got to change your mind, and you know that. Change your mind about how you've been thinking about things. All right, let's look at hopes in your dreams, okay? 7 of Pentacles. Oh, you've been getting ready. You've been getting ready financially for a while, okay? You've been waiting, but you've been getting ready. You've been getting prepared. The Moon card. And that Moon card feels a little like this. Going out into the wild blue yonder and not being sure where you're going to end up. And this Moon card, it's that unsureness too, you know? You can't see when it's night out. You don't know the path. Okay. 3 of Swords. I'm feeling like you're going to be disappointing somebody. But you're going to have to let that go. You're going to be leaving somebody behind here who doesn't want you to leave. And it feels like it's a relationship that was okay, but you could feel like it wasn't really meant to be. And the other person may just have been holding on to you because there wasn't anything better at the time. That's not such a good reason, but that happens a lot. So, okay. being willing to leave that. It feels like you are. You're going to leave that. Okay, Two of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, all Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. So, yeah, this is all money related. Yeah, you're going to go into a new venture, and you're going to be working with your hands. You've been waiting a long time for this. Also waiting. And you want to show young people how to do this as well. Something with your hands. And it's not here. It almost feels like back to earth, and I just mean back to soil, back to growing things, back to some kind of a, is this some kind of a back to nature kind of thing? That's what it feels like. That's what it feels. A farm? Buying a farm? Working with your hands? Working with tools? Yeah, this feels like farm. This feels like an adventure across the ocean, letting go your past life, which is going to be a little heartbreaking, but you're going to do it. You're not sure about what's going to transpire. I feel like you're going to meet somebody there and have a lot of happiness, and this is going to be like some kind of a venture where you're going to teach and use your money to show the old ways, to show the ways that have been lost. Something with the earth, something with soil and gardening and crops. I don't know. I'm feeling that though. I'm feeling it. I hope it doesn't sound too crazy, but I'm definitely feeling that. And you don't want to be the old guy that doesn't do it, because I could feel his disappointment with not getting that done. Okay, well, that's interesting. Well, thank you, Gypsies. That was a good reading, and if you liked it, give me a thumbs up and a comment. I appreciate it, and I will see you for the next reading. Bye. Hi, Gypsies. You're group 3. You chose the little baby, the Aconite. What is that called? The winter Aconite berry. Okay, and we are looking at the question or the comment. I have no talents. Pick a card. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull the cards out of here. Look at the stone that you chose, which is E7, and that is beautiful. Look at that. That's gorgeous. E7 is, let's see, a blue crazy lace agate, a stone of communication, helping those who have difficulty being heard by others. Now that's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, so we're going to first look at how you grew up, okay? This is the overreaching card, spiritual strength. This is upside down. This is what you felt like. The Hangman, upside down. And the Chariot. Okay. Now the Chariot is something you felt deep down inside that maybe even it was a feeling you weren't even able to access. But I'm feeling like you felt like you were being torn apart when you were growing up. You couldn't change your circumstances. You couldn't change them around. There was no spirituality in your family. You felt like you had no kind of, and you didn't realize this at the time, but you had no backbone, You had no spirituality. You had nothing to grasp onto. You just sort of like went the way of the wind. You know what I mean? That's sad. That's sad. You felt like you you didn't have anything to believe in. All right, now this is what you're feeling like. Now this is overreaching. This is the overreaching card. Recognition and reward. This is upside down. Queen of Wands upside down. And Six of Swords upside down. Okay, so I'm feeling like a couple of, yeah, okay. I'm feeling like very strongly you feel like you need to be, or you should be in a position of authority. And nobody treats you like that. Nobody treats you, maybe you come across as sort of bullying. You've got to watch that energy. And I'm feeling like that too. It's like your way or the highway, and you're causing a lot of disruption wherever you are in business or whatever. You could definitely be a leader. You've definitely got the skill set for that. It's just you've got to watch how you come across. That's all this is. You've got to watch how you come across. This caused a lot of upset and anger when you were growing up, okay? Feeling torn apart like that. And it almost feels like it could have been a divorce in your family. Dad went one way, mother went another. You were sort of in the middle like that. Yeah, not real happy. Not real happy, and it doesn't feel like you had any kind of spirituality or any kind of religious background, anything to stand for. So it feels like you're more just meat and potatoes, money kind of thing. It's all about money and transactional kind of things. So sometimes you can kind of come across as a little bit of a bully. Okay, now let me go ahead and do this channel. That was interesting. I saw distinctly a sword, but I saw a little tendril of green, like a green plant kind of thing along the sword, which is pretty different from the sword. So it sort of implied to me that you come across as this tough guy, tough person, but that's not really what you want. It's not making you happy. And it feels like you want to come out of your shell and be who you really want to be, which is sort of helping people and not caring about money and stuff like that, but you're afraid of doing that. Okay. All right, let's look at these 3 cards for your wishes. Yeah. The Devil card. Page of Swords. Yeah, you're just learning how to talk in a nicer, calmer voice. Just don't listen to that little demon in your head telling you all kinds of lies, okay? Everybody's got that. And watch being mean-spirited, okay? Watch, I'm getting this a lot. Watch what you say, how you say it, okay? You can get across what you need to get across. You don't have to be like that. You don't have to sound like that. Yeah, King of Swords. You're going to get these dreams once you learn how to really sit in your words and speak directly, succinctly, and cut out the unnecessary verging on meanness kind of talk, okay? 8 of Pentacles, and you will help a lot of people then, because they'll listen to you then, okay? And you can come out of the shadows and tell people how you really feel and how you really want to help. I'm feeling like something to do with writing. You want to help people, and it's something to do with writing. And I'm seeing this. Words are something that's very important to you. You are good at it, but you've just got to sort of hone it a little better than you have. But it's words. Words are what you're good at and what you can help people with. I don't know if you like to do speeches. I don't know if this is like a blog kind of thing. I don't know if but it's something with popular media. You are good at that. And that's where you will be the most help to people. And that's what will make you happy. Okay? All right. Well, thank you, Group 3. That was nice. I enjoyed that. And if you like that, please give me a thumbs up. And I will see you the next time around. Bye, Gypsies.